city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Yeah. Trip city bitch, yeah, I'm coming on the clip. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. 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 Hello. What up, Trip City?
Trip.
Welcome back to Opinions Nobody Asked For or Cared About. I'm your host, Trippy.grimm, and your co-host.
Hi, I'm Paris.
And we're here to talk to you today on April the 11th, 2024 at 2:18.
Damn.
p.m.
Stamp that bitch. Stamp that.
Who do you think is gonna win, Mike or Jake? Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Oh.
If you don't know, Mike Tyson, extremely veteran boxer versus a newly turned boxer from YouTuber.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
Pollerson. Yeah.
Jakerson Pollerson. Honestly, I don't watch boxing. I have never fully seen any of these men fight.
You've seen clips of Mike, though.
I've seen clips, but they're probably highlights from when he was back in his older days.
But that's what I'm saying is he stopped fighting forever.
Yeah.
And then came back to it. So with that in mind, without seeing him.
Yeah. This is his first fight he's ever done coming back.
I think
He's coming back for this fight?
I think he actually fought Tyrone Woodley. Or was that Jake Paul? I'm getting them kind of mixed up here. Because you gotta keep up with who was against who, but I'm pretty sure Tyson's had 2 fights before this, maybe?
Okay.
Maybe? 2?
Okay.
2-3 at the most, and Jake Paul is. I don't know if he has had a fight though. I thought he came out of retirement for this. Let me see.
Yeah, I'd say look it up real fast.
Vamp.
You can't just tell me to vamp as I'm about to vamp.
That's true. That just breaks up the cycle of vamping.
Vamping, God.
Vamp on!
The vamp's off. Oh, here it is. Now I'm vamping. I think too, the thing about, I know I've heard some good things about Jake Paul fighting. I think I've heard, and with Tyson's side, this stuff becomes second nature to your muscles. This thing becomes, you've done it so long, it's who you are, no matter what, you're going to be a fighter. So, he's had it in his history longer, so, his muscles might be able to just pick right back up easier. I don't know. It's a hard kind of decision to think, especially if I've never seen a full, from beginning to end fight of either of them. I don't know if I can definitely say. I guess I could say, based off of just pure speculation and the thought of the body. One person's younger, one person's older. That's always.
It's raining.
Oh, it's raining. I see a cat. I see a cat outside in the rain. Do you see it? It's on the tree.
Where?
That tree head, you see it? Its head's moving.
Oh shit, I did see it.
Yeah. Looks like that little tiny one. That one is just vibing out there. It's yeah, I wanted to come out on a rainy day. How cute.
Well, I guess back to it.
Yeah. I go out and say hi to the cat, but I know they're just going to make the cat run away.
It's gonna make the cat run away, and there's no sense in going out and...
Yeah, it looks like it's very calm. It's in its element right now.
Honestly, if we open the door, it might come to us, needing a place.
You think?
Yeah.
I can try it to see.
Yeah, I think so.
Good to see.
Schmoopy, we're back.
Hi!
Oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the Joker movie, but
Yeah.
we're gonna see, guys.
The trailer came out.
Did we talk about The Ones Who Lived already? Right.
I think we did the last time we were.
Okay, real quick, we'll talk about The Ones Who Lived. That show is pretty good.
That one ended beautifully.
They should have ended it with the whole cast, but I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to string it out, make a little bit more money, but it's worth a watch for The Ones Who Lived.
Such the worth the watch. It was so good. I mean, out of every Walking Dead spinoff there's been, I can say confidently that it's the best.
Fear's pretty good, but it's better than Fear. It is better than Fear because it does feel even more cinematic.
It does.
I think weirdly, like the end kind of lose focus, but still maintained it all the way through. It was really good.
You're talking about Fear or?
The Ones Who Live. I feel like at the end it kind of got a little lacking in focus, but it was still just entertaining, you know.
That's so true.
And informative at the same time.
I think what it was on the last one, obviously, this is where the big spoilers are going to come in. But, like, I don't know, like, at the end where, like, you know, it's the big fight scene between them and, what's her name? Jadis?
No, that's, oh, you talking about Jadis, actually Jadis.
Yeah, actually Jadis, like, actually fighting her.
Mm-hmm.
That was, like, the second to last, but, like, I just remember that one being like, okay.
That's all Jadis did. I feel like Jadis was stupid in that. And I feel like throughout the whole episode, you just know she's gonna die. And it's gonna work out for them. And I shouldn't feel like that.
Yeah.
I should be on edge a little bit.
That's true. Like, how is she gonna die? I think, too, it's just like, oh, God, I'm so sick of Jadis. I got so sick of her.
I liked her a lot.
You did?
I've always liked her. I actually have.
I got so sick of her.
I like her a lot, honestly. It's a cool concept. I didn't see her being this and weaved so deeply into the show.
I did. I didn't expect that.
And the whole universe, really.
Which makes sense. She's the one who brought him there. She stayed. So, makes sense.
Morgan, they're probably... I'm assuming Daryl is going to find a way out of there soon.
Yeah, we're going to get Daryl back.
I'm assuming.
Because they couldn't just do all that just to fuck us up at the end, you know? I feel like this fan base is really loyal, so... I feel like the numbers did well. I hope the numbers did well. Did you hear anything bad about the numbers?
I didn't hear anything about the numbers. No, I think it was... Yeah, I did hear it. It did good viewing-wise, but the critics didn't like it. Fans liked it, like... but the critics... And the critics didn't like it. So everybody liked it. It was just like... Their critiques were kind of similar to mine. You know?
Yeah.
Which was just wrap it up. It was good. But I think that they have a little bit more judgment for it than I do. Because I'm coming from a place of... I liked it.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to add to it. A lot of the critics are coming from a place of... I like some of it, and I want to change most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's worth a watch. Go give it a watch. Tell us what you think about it.
Comment below. Tell us.
Yeah, please do. Love to read the comments. I'll message back to you every time. What is it? What was I gonna say? The Joker. Oh my God. At first, when she told me this was going to be a musical, tell him how I reacted. Tell him.
When he heard was gonna be a music. He was like, God, fuck, what? You fucking with me?
The only musical I've ever liked is Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's the best one, and it's purely about the music. It's not about the story. Thank you for catching that. Because copyright. But even though it's unreleased, it'll show up. It's crazy. But yeah. But she came up with a point that I thought was really good, which was that it's mental delusion, you know, and supposed to represent psychosis. And I actually love sequences like that because I'm trying to remember what the Happy, that one show where that dude's fucking
that's all Netflix.
going into psychosis.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of musical scenes in that, but there's also like gruesome killings and torture and psychological horror and shit.
Yeah. Which is definitely the same vibe as Joker right now. It's shooting for.
Yeah.
That psychological, fuck with you, real life.
But funny.
But like.
I don't think it is funny actually. I think it's a drama because the first one wasn't funny.
Yeah, the first one was just a drama.
I could tell they're going for more funny with this one though. Like dry funny.
Probably.
He was jacking off in the trailer at the beginning of it. Like I don't know if many people caught it, but he's literally fucking jerking his shit into the cell window, and the guard opens it. He was like, "Oh, you got a joke for us today?" And he's literally masturbating still, and then it just goes to the next scene. So I think it's supposed to be funny. I don't know.
That's crazy. I mean, thinking of it as the Joker, I mean, the first one is him so depressed, so mentally ill. Like, obviously, it's gonna be a lot more sad than funny. But he is the Joker now, so now he's in on the joke.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be the leader of the joke.
Excited for Lady Gaga's performance in that.
I am so excited for Lady Gaga's performance.
Do you need me to cut it?
No, you don't.
Alrighty, we were talking about Harley Quinn and the Joker. And what I was trying to say was that we already know that Lady Gaga can act because of American Horror Story. Mainly because of A Star Is Born.
Oh, yeah.
She killed it in that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then she also, she went to Pratt, didn't she? Or where she went to? NYU?
No, she had like she was a part of a program in Juilliard.
Juilliard, that's
she didn't go to college
but
there,
it was a program. Program. Fuck it. It's more than most people do.
She also was in that House of Gucci.
Never seen that, but it sounds.
Is
it like Christian related content?
No, it's fashion.
Ah.
Fashion. Remember they did like a docudrama kind of thing. Her and Adam Driver.
I did not
Gucci.
That's interesting though. I didn't.
It was really. I didn't get to see the whole thing. I got to see clips, but it was really good. They talk in an Italian accent the whole movie.
Oh, that's fun. Valuable. That's so fun.
Very
that's fun as fuck. Yeah, I bet that was funny to watch.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about an issue. This is kind of switching gears a little bit. I know I was trying to make this a little bit of a shorter podcast. This might come out to like a 30, 35. But we got to get some content here. We're not just going to turn on the camera and say vamp 13 times and walk around and film cats. But this YouTuber, I don't know the kid. They got the new YouTubers now. They're my age, but I'm saying like they don't mean anything to me because I ain't watched them. I only watched the ones I did when I was growing up, or whatever. And barely even that anymore. Stay off YouTube, kids. Unless it's our videos, don't watch it.
Unless it's us.
And even then, take a break. There's this. I don't want to. Let me pull up a news article. This is actually too serious to kind of.
Me personally coming into YouTube, I've never. I only was like adjacent to YouTube culture growing up. My cousin Tyra loved it. She'd watch it all the time. Like, I would watch videos, but it'd mostly just be like things related to music videos, you know, maybe little skits, drawing skits. But definitely growing up, I didn't realize how big of a stamp YouTube had in the community, especially talking to Jack. I mean, there'd be like times we hear a story about somebody or a news article, and he'd be like, oh, that's what's his name from YouTube. He did YouTube back in the day. Or he was on this person's YouTube back in the day, things like that. I mean, just kind of like a thing, you know, if you have a passion for film, passion for TV, you'd get your own camera and post it on the online.
It's natural if you have that inclination and you didn't have the money to be in like drama club or the friends or the confidence to do any of that shit. You could be your own director, writer, all that shit. You didn't even really need a camera. You could just grab whatever fucking thing had a camera built into it. Yeah. You could film off an iPad in an Apple store if you wanted to, you know what I mean? And that's the great part about YouTube. Is anybody can do it, and that's why I love it. And I'm not going to sit here and glaze YouTube for the next 10 minutes, but I am going to switch back to what we were talking about. Katie Bugs Katie Bugs. She's a 19-year-old live streamer, I assume. Also does YouTube. Who doesn't do both? But us, we don't live stream yet, but we will. She went to a convention, and at this convention, at the end of it, she wasn't on a panel, but she was invited to the convention as a creator, had a creator pass. There's an after party for creators. She meets up at it. There was this 26-year-old guy. I'm telling it from her perspective, and from her she said, from her perspective, she says that he was sitting next to her and would constantly be staring at her, and was making her feel uncomfortable to the point where she had to play a game on her phone, and eventually he reached over and quote, his hands went places I didn't want them to go. Didn't say anything else. That's it. And then supposedly, like, they both leave, and then, you know, both leave separately. And so from his point of view, he says, all just very grandiose, hyperbolic exaggerations of what happened. This isn't even... So, essentially, from his point of view, they were with friends. He is 26. He did not know she was 18. They had been cuddling for 2 hours, and there's people who can corroborate this story. They were cuddling for 2 hours. They had been touchy, is what he said. And he didn't know at this point. And actually, that she was 18. By the way, 18 is legal, so that's also like... But anyway, 2 hours. And after that, he tickled her stomach. And that's what she's calling rape on.
Rape?
Yeah. Well, sexual assault.
Oh.
I mean, I'm going to have to bleep both those all. But SA is what she's calling.
Okay.
So the YouTuber she accused is George Not Found. He's huge in the Minecraft community. I've never watched him, but people love him nowadays or something. He just makes Minecraft YouTuber videos and...
Jeez.
But he said that once he found out that she was 18, he cut it off, and cut it off and never talked to her again. And the reason how he could prove that he didn't know she was 18 too is that everyone to get into this event had to have 21 and up wristbands as well, because there was alcohol. And she was saying that he got her drunk, but he said that her and her friend were the ones asking to drink.
Oh my god.
I do believe, here's why, another reason I believe this guy is because people who are caught don't act like he's acting. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
I know what they act like, and people who are caught don't act like that. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. They act way different. We've seen the way some of these people act when you know.
He came out with articulable shit of why that wouldn't be, and then wasn't emotional about it or anything, just was like, this is fucking bizarre. That's like how you know that shit is, and she in her video is like waterworks, crying. She breaks down in the middle. Do you want to see it? Should I play it?
See associate. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this right now, and we'll come back after Paris has seen it. I'll put it in the comments. It's her video accusing, okay? I'll put it in the description, and I'll put the description to his response, and I'll put his video in the description as well. I've started microdosing, so, yeah. Like, psilocybin for addiction and depression, so like fog, mental fog.
His brain's still coming together.
What the fuck was I talking about?
You're gonna put it in the. You're gonna put.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description. Oh yeah, okay, so we'll be right back. Yeah.
I apologize, because it'll probably be a bit hard.
Less than 3.
I won't have, the chat on the screen because I can't read it right now. I also turned off all the alerts.
Trip development. Alright, so it turns out she actually deleted the streams of her accusing George is not online. And what do you think about that, Paris? What do you think about that response? What do you think about it all of it?
Holy Jesus Lord. This is how I'm gonna say it. Ready? So, I didn't know anything before this. Obviously I was introduced to it by you just now, but watching these videos, you know, I try to come to every time I watch any of these videos, clear mind and a blank brain, you know, like a judge should, you know. Watching her video now, I see why she deleted it, because honestly, very subpar kind of at the least explaining something. I mean, she's reading on a phone the entire time, which, I mean, I've seen...
It's a nice script.
It's literally, whether you believe her or not, an actual script that she's written for herself to say this whole thing. I have seen people do a thing where they have it written down, because, you know, it's such a upsetting situation.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, and they're like, I just want to have everything
or just a
written down.
long story.
Yeah, a long story. And you read some of it, and then you talk about it. Like, you'll read some of it, and then you look at the camera, and you'll talk about it. Or you read some of it, look to the side, and be like, well, this is how they made me feel, or this is what really was happening, you know? It's more bullet points. But, I mean, this girl has every single detail written down to the point where, like, she's stumbling like they just called you out in the middle of class and was like, okay, now you read, go! And you're like, and so, yeah, this is how I felt, and I was just so upset, and it's just so upsetting, and I just can't do it. And I hate calling people liars in these kind of situations, but when you're a liar, you know, you can't help it.
You take the steam out of it for actual victims. So.
Yeah, you do, and it's very obvious. I genuinely felt like the only thing I could feel watching that is hearing her voice crack. And I honestly feel like that just might be like a biological like reaction. You hear someone's voice start cracking and you're like, oh my God, is everything okay? Are you alright?
Because I think I think that, but depending on the frequency, it's weird. I think also lying, this is an indication. This is not body language, but this is behavior. It's indicative of a liar.
That's fair.
When someone's voice raises like that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, people's voices crack naturally, but hers would crack like 4 times in one sentence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And it would feel like it would fluctuate a lot to the point where it was like not a usual type of fluctuation, a very obvious, I'm
and drastic,
making this happen.
Exponential, up, down, no like, you know, no rise,
no rise,
fall,
just like,
just drop off.
Is how, and I just get it. And then we went here, and you're like, okay, hold on, wait. Her body language and movement, you said something at the beginning that really stuck with me. Is she an anime character? Because the way she would like have her shirt like in her hand, and at the beginning she cries.
Girls love to do this shit. I love to do that.
I'm gonna use my shirt to dab my tears away.
Right? Like to do it right on the eyelid. Yeah.
Before anything comes out. I will say she does pretty good with getting them tears on command.
Yeah.
She's like, tears now.
Yeah.
Now.
And his story just completely contrasts hers.
It does.
And honestly, she like contrasts her own story. You know what I mean? There's holes in it. And also at the beginning of the stream, she's just smiling and looking at her appearance. And the whole time she's checking herself out in the viewfinder.
Yeah.
Chat is turned off. She's just watching herself.
It has to be. She's not looking at the camera.
So that's like a literal indication that she is only focused on how she is perceived through this, not actually what it is happening in the moment.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You also mentioned too much detail. Believe it or not.
Too much detail, because that's what liars do. Is they add too much detail. It's one thing to elaborate on something. It's another thing to add in the way the air felt and what you were wearing that day. The hue of the color of the shirt you were wearing that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like they're prolonging telling the actual lies.
Yeah.
The heavy lies.
Yeah.
They have to build up with a bunch of little lies. Yeah.
You get lost in the details and you're like, wow, I don't remember all that she's saying, but I do believe what she's saying. And
I know it very well.
Ooh, yeah, you do.
My mother.
Yeah, you've seen it a lot in your mother, who is just loves
pathological liar.
Loves to lie.
I'm not trying to spit on the woman's name, but people change. I hope she does.
I hope so too. But like I said before, I don't like calling people a liar. If you lie, then you're a liar.
I don't feel like lying once makes you a liar, but I do feel like lying about something like this big.
Yeah.
And doing it for
the reason she's doing it for.
Which is to destroy his career. And to get clout.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I mean, hearing him talk, we talked about it, like, you know, how well poised he was, made it feel almost like, is he lying? Like,
yeah, because you get this fucking trust issues on the internet. You never know what's real nowadays.
I do have trust issues.
Is this a skit or is this real?
Yeah.
That whole thing could have been a skit. If you told me, I'd be like, yep, that's the internet. They planned it.
I believe that.
It was all planned.
100% believe it. Because I don't know what to believe anymore, people.
No.
I don't. But I'm going off of what I genuinely think. And that is the fact that, I mean, I will say he had pictures and photos of, like, his proof or whatever, but none of it felt like deep proof except the pictures of, like, the text messages. There'd be like a picture of him like playing the game that she was talking about, but they played it together is what he's saying, and she's saying she played it just to avoid him. But apparently, like,
they were playing it together, and there's a picture of them like showing each other their high scores and shit.
He had a photo of someone showing him hold the phone of the high score. I can't really necessarily say.
But even if they weren't 21, they're 18.
Yeah.
And also, like, another thing she did is purposely made it seem like he was trying to make them get drunk.
Yeah.
When there was drunk. This was a sanctioned VidCon event, which is associated with YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a 21 plus place, and they got in.
Yeah. He didn't say it was 21 and up. He said they have a very strict...
He did say it was 21 and up, and the wristband literally said 21 and up.
He had a picture of someone's wrist.
It doesn't matter if that was their wrist. I'm saying that means the event was.
I don't know if that necessarily...
If it doesn't, then we'll get a development. If it doesn't, then we'll get a development. Why would she delete it? Why would she delete it? Do a follow-up. Say he's lying. Double down.
I'm not saying...
If I'm a victim...
I'm not saying she's telling the truth. I'm saying
If I'm a victim...
Yeah.
And someone says I'm lying after they did some fucking heinous shit to me, some actually not tickling, but like some real shit, then I'm going to follow up.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I really do.
She doesn't even make it sound like tickling. He elaborated and said that he tickled her. Yeah. She leaves it so open-ended, it almost sounds like he grabbed her breast. Yeah. She makes it sound like he could have like grabbed her.
Pulled a Donald.
Grab her.
By the pussy. Yeah. I don't know. She really did leave it open-ended. And I mean, there is times when there's people who've been sexually assaulted and they don't want to get into details, which is so understandable. But it didn't seem like it's something that she just wanted to skate over because of the traumatic nature of it. It just seems something that's just kind of like a vague statement that a politician says when they just kind of want to say something. Yeah. You know? They're trained, media trained. Yeah, media, like we kids, talked about this before. Like famous kids or something, you know, like kid actors, media trained. Yeah, media trained. Say something general about the company. Don't say anything specific. Yeah. Don't say what you like or dislike about it, just say it exists and that you're near it. And that you're near it and you're not necessarily mad about it. I mean, from what it says too, I mean, obviously they have text messages. They're not I think there's dates and stuff on them, obviously, because text messages have them. But I mean, of it after the event actually happens. I mean, if it was as traumatic and upsetting as she was talking about, I would have absolutely personally avoided this person. Some people take trauma differently and feel like they have. It was one experience. Jesus Christ. One experience and you're trauma bonded like that. Damn. I know it, but it's not even that intense. Yeah. Like she wants it to seem intense. She does want it to seem intense. But you were trauma bonded by a tickle on the stuff. There's multiple people corroborate it. Like, I just don't understand. I think too, her friend. You know, watch the friend come out and be like, actually, he's lying. That's what I want to know. I want to know what I bet you the friend's going to come out next. I feel like if get some clout off it. If it's her friend, obviously she would rep the story that her friend is giving. I mean, her friend apparently just left her. Was like, no, she's good. I'm head out. Girls don't do that. I'm going to tell you, girls do not do that. They are annoying. Do that.
Not most of the time.
Not good friends.
Not
You gonna do that.
best friend is how she is described. Best friend.
Just because they're your best friend.
Oh my God! How many extenuating circumstances are we gonna get to this liar?
I'm not giving her extenuating circumstances.
Chimney, chimney,
Welcome
wumba.
back.
Chimney, chimney, wumba. Right?
Right.
Anyway, so what we were saying is she's a liar, but we don't judge her because people make mistakes and she's really young.
Yeah.
Don't go attack her, but she's definitely lying
Yeah.
to get some clout and to ruin this guy's career because I guess she fell in love with him because she is a self-admitted virgin. And the way she describes being a virgin, she says, freshly virgin. Do you remember hearing that?
I do not remember that.
She
But
says,
that's hilarious.
freshly virgin.
What do you
Here I am
mean?
at the party, freshly virgin. I don't know if she said it, I was at the party. She said something where it's like, and here I am in front of him, freshly a virgin. Swear to, I'm pretty certain. Go watch that and you let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll correct it in another video, but I'm pretty certain she says that.
All I do know, okay, is the fact that the only thing that is important for her to realize is that you can't just make claims about things and blow them out of proportion to make you look good. I mean, you have to know this is going to ruin someone's life, so that's not okay. Everyone has been young and in high school or something, middle school, and everyone, I don't know, maybe bullied someone and you got in on it, or you said something to someone at a very vulnerable time that hurt their feelings. Like, everyone makes mistakes.
You might know someone into killing them to unaliving themselves as a plot to get life insurance money. What?
But you look at your mistakes and you reflect on them, and that's the most important part. You don't just let them things bury and pile up. You look at them and you say, I was wrong about that. I felt like this at that time, and that was not okay. Like, it's not okay. And I think something else I mentioned was like her pauses being so
rehearsed. It's like it's rhythmic. It's
Rhythmic.
rhythmic. She'd cry, pause, do it, think it, and like never make eye contact with the camera. It's like she's not even lying to a person, but she can't bring herself to look us in the metaphorical camera eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not even a real person, but you can't even look at it.
She's too busy looking at her own self in the eyes as she lies. I don't even know what that's about. That's therapy.
Yeah, that's a therapy. Yeah,
That's
you
a
can
therapy
unpack that
session.
for days, but yeah, that's all.
That's all.
So yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for having us and letting us enter your digital space on your phone, tablet, computer.
Thank you for letting us
Oculus.
inside you.
Thank you for letting us inside you.